So, who remembers what happened last time?
Squeak,
What's
squeak,
going
squeak,
on?
Fireball.
squeak, 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 squeak,
Fireball.
squeak, squeak,
Fireball.
squeak.
Fire.
Massive
can-
portal ate everything.
This can only go well.
Yes.
Fireball.
Episode 34. Welcome to The Plot.
Remember to like and subscribe.
No,
We're
you.
through the looking glass now, people. We're through the looking glass now.
So you guys were traveling to. Yes. I should.
You are.
You are. You're traveling to where you are is.
You are travelling to you are.
This is
Who's
very...
you are?
For some weird reason, it's reverse world are you. Whereas everyone else has the same name. His is different.
And then I need to do this.
It's secretly because he's really nice in this universe.
He is.
He must be.
Just
you
no
know?
one else is.
That's how stuff works.
Except when you're trying to get away from the plot.
Actually, isn't there being bad and being nice, but there's also like being chaotic? So, if anyone is chaotic in this in our universe, what are they in this universe? Probably still.
All right. Back on the old ship.
Everyone loves the ship. I don't see any giant floating eyeballs, so it's already an improvement.
It's already an improvement.
There it is.
Where's what?
I moved you guys to the spaceship map. I assume that has not loaded in for you yet.
Nope.
Fireball needs dragged on.
There you go.
Speaking of drag on,
Yeah.
there's a dragon.
There is.
Fireball goes and stands right beneath the fire alarm system.
It starts. So he set off the fire alarms immediately.
Is it one of those spaceships that like sprinklers, or is it one of those ones that like creates fire retardant foam to like fill an area?
Oh no, you just open the airlocks.
Currently,
Can't burn if there's no oxygen.
Currently, the fire suppression system in this room is just sprinklers are currently going off.
He will then
Does
run.
Fireball have to make a Constitution save to not be put out?
No, but he does take a point of damage because he's moving through water.
He will then run out of the room.
This guy turns around and says, I have to turn the fire suppression system off for that guy." Okay. He starts pushing buttons on his little control console, making sure that the sprinklers don't go off when Fireball walks into every room.
I was going to say that Colt would go into the room that he had like moved all the chairs around and turned into like a little training hall, but considering that this is in there, you'd probably just like open the door and go nope, and then shut the door again.
You walk in. This large dragon is currently like sitting, using this as sort of like a computer desk. He's currently going through some very large like. He's currently looking at like some servers currently.
He's playing World of Warcraft.
Playing World of Warcraft as a human mage.
How long does it take for the sprinklers to die down?
They get turned off pretty fast.
Okay.
Although everybody in the room is now wet.
Colt takes his gloves off.
Steve will go.
You leave him on. He's resistant. You leave him on.
Steve will go to a room and dry himself and his armor off and all of his weapons and stuff.
You walk into one of the holding cells and do that.
He will go into this room and do it.
Sure. You go into a random office. Cool. What's everyone else doing?
Fireball.
Snacks and the rat cry in a corner.
Watching the mirror and the psychic paper, and then looking at the psychic paper with the mirror, and just seeing if I see anything important.
When you look at the psychic paper through the mirror, it reads that like you all died and are currently like it basically says you're all on that planet. You're all back on Space Australia dead.
Well, that's not pleasant.
Well, how does that work if it
And-
says that we died here, but everybody seems to be calling us friends?
And in this reality,
How does that work?
the paper just sort of it's writing like weirdly, or like you recognize some letters, but they're all flipped in weird directions, and they're just saying like nonsense. It doesn't make. It's just confusing.
You know, I think this might all be a dream because because you can't read in a dream.
This is true. So we're fighting the urge to tell a certain someone to cast a certain spell.
What spell
So-
do you want someone to cast?
I'm not
Fireball.
simply because I don't think it'll work.
Fireball.
I mean, sure. You
I
could-
mean, if we are aware that it's in a dream, then if we're aware and we're in a dream, we can try and make something happen that shouldn't happen anyway. Because the alternative is trying to die, which, if we're wrong, is not ideal.
I mean,
Fireball, the dragon becomes friends with you.
Yay! Fireball talks to the dragon in fireballese.
You speak Ignian, the dragon does not, but it just thinks that you're a very cute puppy.
Fireball.
I'm just like Kato's just gonna wander somewhere where he can just sit and like rock back and forth, waiting for the ship to get to the location.
It takes a couple days to get where it's going, but
Just rocking back and forth.
sure,
Yeah,
if
Colt
you-
will
if-
actually investigate the dragon then.
sure. It just seems to be like a very efficient office worker, essentially.
What
It keeps
color
a lot of
dragon is it?
It's white. It keeps a lot of the like less vital but still relatively important systems on the ship running. And it essentially maintains and supports the large computer matrix and stuff. Is its main job, but it also does things like make sure the kitchen continues to exist and work properly.
Fireball.
To exist.
Distributes power correctly, that sort of thing. And you see that it's like carefully perched fireball onto like a desk toy. And so Fireball has kind of become part of a desk toy now for this large dragon.
So I assume I'm like here.
Yeah.
Fireball.
The dragon turns and says, "Ah, new recruit, come to join the resistance."
Resistance? No, this is the first I've heard of this.
Yeah,
I mean, apart from all the times they mentioned the resistance last week.
we're the resistance. We are currently fighting the various oppressive governments that exist across the galaxy. You know, there's us and this other guy. You know, he's really good. He builds most of the ships in the fleet, except for this one.
Oh yeah,
This-
who built this?
This one was built and scrounged together by a good friend in the main chamber, Ben Oren. You know, great guy.
Ah, yeah, magical dragon guy. Met him. Seems like a pretty cool guy.
He is pretty cool.
I've only listen. You're the first dragon I've ever met. I've only ever heard stories. Do all of you, delegated to jobs like this? I've always heard of you being prideful creatures.
Well, you know,
Fireball.
all humans like running around making food and stuff. Nah, it's like every race has accountants and stuff. In fact, accountant is is Dragon's favorite jobs in a lot of places.
Fireball would
He's like stroking his brambles, going, "That kind of makes sense." Especially since Big Boss Man in the other room is a dragon himself.
Fireball would like to have a look in this door here if he can get in.
Colt would
okay.
remember that as the airlock. No.
It does have like airlock on it, and there is a small window that like just leads directly into you can clearly see into space.
Okay. Fireball leave the door alone.
Fireball's just
Colt's trying to reach for something that is. Colt's trying to reach for something that is inflammable. They go, no, don't go that. Go through there.
Fireball.
I can't use my staff; it'll catch fire.
The dragon very comes over here and slightly breathes on the door. Not like a proper breath, but like a slight whisper sort of.
Yeah, like a
of intensity.
Like that.
It seems to cool the area where Fireball was. The door no longer looks like pretty. It no longer looks like red hot.
It's not going to breach.
Yeah. It's like, this is a dangerous little fireball. I like it.
Never a dull moment. I've only met this thing for, what, half a day? Never a dull moment already.
Fireball.
Well, I've got to get back to work, maintaining the whole, ship's basic functions.
Yeah, I was on a ship just like this once. It had a room same size as this in the same spot. I turned it into a training hall, but if you need it for all your important work, I suppose I'll find another spot for that.
Yeah.
See you around.
I think there's a free office.
Cool, I'll go for that.
Sure. It's like he tells you the free office is like the one at the very end of the hall, just near the bathrooms.
Oh, hey Steve, how's it going?
You walk in on Steve getting changed.
I don't have any.
No, my eyes. Freaking step of the winds out to the farthest reaches of the ship. Get lightning bolting through the vents.
Just no.
There's all of the electrics in the ship just flicker as these lightning just cleaves off of everything that is conductive.
It's like, whoa.
Steve will put his dry clothes back on. And
Cool.
Vacate the office.
So, assuming nobody has anything else that they want to do over the next couple of days, we're just gonna skip ahead.
And do.
Yeah.
Sure. I will put this down. Welcome to this never before seen location. If you'd like to put yourselves on the map.
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 I'm still on the ship.
It'll load in eventually.
Well, the ship didn't, so that was
Fireball!
The ship only technically loaded in well after you were already about to move off the ship.
Maybe you should reload, Grape.
Maybe I should. Maybe I should.
That sounds like a good plan, considering the ship never loaded in for you.
Now it is. Now it is. But you know.
Fireball?
Okay, I'm now on the right map. I kill the fireball. I joke, I kid.
Okay. You see a shiny thing off in the distance.
Fireball!
Which direction in the distance?
You see a shiny thing like over there?
Over where? To the west?
Yeah.
Can I make out what it might look like?
It's sort of buried in the snow, and it's a little too far away for you to like notice. But it just sort of, you see the sun sort of like shine off it.
Yeah, I'm gonna head towards it and see what it is.
I mean, I can quickly sprint over there and shoot back if it's.
If you sprint over there, we'll be there. We're after you. We're following.
Sure.
I mean, with my walking speed of 60, I'd be able to get there lickety split.
Sure, Colt. You arrive and you pick up and you see a small shiny can.
What is it? Is it literally just a can that the light was happening to shine off, or is there something distinctive about it?
It seems to be a small like container. It is the shape of a can. It's cylindrical. It's difficult to tell. Like you can.
You might want to try again. You might want to try again. You're breaking up.
The can seems to be a container of some description. It seems shut.
Who knows? It might have beans in it. Might have peaches. Anything.
It doesn't have a label on it.
I mean, do you want us to try and to roll something to see if I can discern anything further beyond that, or am I thinking this is incredibly mundane?
Give me an investigation check.
Mundane trash can.
No, you think that this can is very important.
Yeah.
Like, it must be integral to whatever you're doing.
Zips back real quick. Well, this looks interesting. Don't know what it contains.
Fireball.
Sorry, what?
Have you tried opening it?
Not yet. Does there seem to be somewhere that I can?
It looks like there's some sort of mechanism by which it opens. You're not sure how though. Like, it could be a twist, it could be a push, it could be a pull. You're not sure.
Part of me kind of just wants to put it on the ground and punch it, but let's try and do this right. You're gonna play with the mechanism.
It doesn't seem. You don't seem to be able to open it. Like, there's definitely a seam by which it could open, but you can't figure out how to get it open.
Maybe it needs some kind of tool to be opened.
Like, I mean, I pull out a can opener.
Yeah, hands it to you.
The can opener fails to do anything to it. It doesn't even leave a scratch on its metallic body.
Tough.
Well, plan B. Puts it on the floor, and you know when martial artists start like winding up their chops on top of it, and he starts doing that and goes to like strike it.
Sure, roll an attack. You strike it, and nothing seems to really happen. It seems totally impervious.
Great big anime strike, boom, lightning everywhere, and nothing. Damn, this is tough.
Yep.
Fireball?
Maybe goes and puts it like over here.
Well, you guys are like messing around with this.
Do the thing.
Fireball will cast Fireball on the can.
You cast Fireball on the can. Okay. You cast it and doesn't seem to do anything.
Is this how you thought you'd be spending the beginning of this session?
What do you throw it at us and said it doesn't seem mundane? Picks it up again. Ow, 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 ow. It's bloody hot.
This is exactly how I thought this session would go.
Can I have a look and see if I can work out like how the mechanism is meant to move, or is it just like it's got like a lock or a code or something?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when I was like, maybe it needs a tool.
Give me an Arcana or an investigation check, either or.
Anyone who wants to try?
Yeah, anyone.
Well, he's got 20, he's probably nil.
So observing this, you think that this thing, like, there must be some special mechanism by which it opens. You're just not sure, like, how it would do this, or like, yeah, you're not really sure. But you think that it definitely could be opened by somebody, maybe by the person who designed it.
I mean, but what's the chance of finding the person that designed it? That seems like a terrible design.
This guy...
Unless you definitely want to keep something sealed inside.
This guy comes out of the ship and is just like, so, ready to go in?
Hey, do you know what this thing is? Hold the, like, container.
Ah, Pandora's tin can!
He looks at it and is like, that's like a treasure flask. There's usually goodies inside.
How do you open these things?
Most of them are like enchanted to only open under very specific scenarios.
How do we figure out the scenario?
Don't really know. You just sort of bring them along and like they might like open eventually is usually how most people do it. There's not really a surefire way of doing it unless you can find the person who like made them.
Are they ever, you know, filled with things that aren't good for you? Like horrible creatures?
Yeah, but something with a seal smacks a bit of some of that. You're trying to keep something inside.
I've never heard of anyone putting like malicious things inside them, although I suppose there's nothing exactly stopping you from doing that.
I once heard of someone that like opened a thing and it like Pazuzu was inside it.
No, nothing like that is usually inside them. They're only a small space, they're just magically locked up.
Also, wow, that news of Pazuzu thing travelled far.
It really did.
I pass it back to Colt and I'm like, yeah, hold on to this then, see if it ever matters.
Yeah, I'll hold on to that. He just like finds some way of hooking it onto his belt. What did you just say it was? Just a...
It's like a little treasure flask.
Treasure flask, that's what you called it. Cool.
Cool. Let's head on in.
You do notice one thing while you're walking around here, though. You don't see any living shrubs anywhere.
That's true.
Oh God.
There are no shrubs.
Partly because
although Kato, you actually like it here. This place, you feel like this place is as it should be. It's pretty untampered with. Like, this place is in its natural state. There isn't a lot of life here, though.
I'd imagine Fireball would hate it here.
It's very cold, but yeah, Fireball's not best pleased.
Everyone's
You
huddled
guys
around
are all
Fireball
appreciative
for
that
warmth.
Fireball's... Yeah, everybody's appreciative that Fireball's here. But this guy comes up to the door. There is a small little panel on the door, which he starts interacting with. And then eventually the door opens. Boop. He's like, come on in. Let's get out of the cold.
Fireball, fireball, fireball.
I'll
didn't get the
come
chance to
in, but I
ask last
don't.
time.
I'm still not really sure if I'm trusting this yet.
Yeah, that's why I'm staying at the door. I didn't get a chance to ask. These were in the town as well. What are they? Like, if I look at them, what do I see?
You see like a
things.
guy in armor. You're not. Do you ask? Do you like ask?
No, like they were like covered up in like the same armor, uniform, military style.
Yeah. They all look like they're wearing the same kind of armor, and they all look a bit like strange. The armor doesn't look mundane or tall. It looks unique.
Well, seeing as thinking that they are like other men of martial practice, he'll like give them a sort of like knowing nod and a peace out sort of sign, see if they react.
They'll give you like a small nod.
What kind of
like,
body shape do they have?
It looks relatively humanoid.
Fireball.
The armor seems to be made of a very mesmerizing material, though. Like, it looks very interesting to look at. When you look at it, it almost looks like it's constantly shifting.
Is there anything that looks particularly flammable in here?
This room seems to be mainly comprised of stone and metal. There's a few boxes in the corner that look like they could be burned. And I guess you can see, like, the top of a desk through, like, a window in that office.
This may be a weird question considering we know where we are. Would our characters recognize this as the place that we kind of noped our way out of after the hippo problem in the other reality?
You recognize this place as, like, the reverse of that place. Like, you remember things being the other way around, but it's definitely that place.
Fireball?
Like, it's similar but a little different. He's like, yes, fireball, fireball.
Fireball.
Anyway, come with me and go downstairs.
Fireball?
No, fireball. Those are supplies for the troops.
Fireball.
No burning them.
Are your troops being used for Project Peace?
Yeah, Project Peace. How did you know that's what we were calling this? You know,
Fireball.
the whole, like, take back the galaxy from the evil tyrannical governments. Project Peace.
I mean, not to be that guy, but you did last week say it was painted on the ship.
It was. You did see that.
I would like to point out that Kato doesn't really read common.
Fair enough.
Fireball.
I'm very surprised he was allowed to like look at the psychic paper. Like,
this guy heads down to the very bottom floor. You go like in and out of a bunch of levels. First going to here, then coming to here, then going down to the very bottom floor.
Fireball. Steve will say hi.
Snacks
But
is too
yeah.
big to continue.
Snacks can like squeeze down if he wants.
Nah, he'll happily wait.
Fair enough.
down here.
He's like, yeah, we should probably go to the library. That'll probably have the information we're looking for.
Fireball will look very excited at the mention of the library.
Everyone else hopes it's a digital library.
He'll just wander through here.
Oh,
Takes
bloody
you to this door.
Can I actually click my character? Yes. Sorry, I zoomed out way too much.
Lawrence, further down.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep scrolling. That's where I got tripped. I was like, hang on a minute.
Yeah, he
Fire
leads
ball.
you through like these two double doors. You come into a large like room. Someone seems to be preparing food. You notice more of those like people.
Fireball.
He says, this person like turns around and gets like quite scared by the fire.
The fireball! Get out the kitchen!
Fireball. Fireball.
This guy turns to you and says, "So you're not like carrying anything that could, hypothetically blow up like a planet or anything, right?"
Fireball.
He's talking to Kato, who's the only one currently with him. This person just says, "Get back on the stove! Why is the fire off the stove?"
Yeah, Colt is like low key looking for some like sausages so you can stick like one of his like woodcutter tools into it and just hold it on top of fireball.
There are 2 sausages in this pan. They're like, ah.
Fireball. Fireball.
Yes. Stick. Pours over fireball.
Cool.
Nom,
While
nom, nom, nom,
those
nom, nom.
while those people are all busy abusing the chef and stealing food.
Fireball.
Uh,
Fireball. Fireball.
this person runs over here to get some water.
Once again, never a dull moment.
It's like, so this is gonna like scan you guys for weapons and stuff and potentially dangerous magic and
Fireball.
whether you could blow up a planet or stuff like that. So you've just walked this way.
What's the upper limit on allowed weaponry?
Like, provided you don't have any magic that could, say, like, cause big earthquake or a tsunami or anything like that.
What if that's not to do with a weapon, but my own personal magic?
Hang on, I'm gonna need to go get an ID card. You guys wait here.
Brat walks through. Woo, 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 woo. Walks back.
Fireball.
He
Colt
goes-
tries to like jump / sprint as fast as he can to the door just to see what happens.
Cole makes it through. It does, like, you do see that the system doesn't go off when you walk through, particularly. It does. You do get the feeling that something happened. It definitely reacted.
Okay,
But
now I'm not sure if
that's
it's because I was too fast or because it thinks not powerful enough. In which case, screw you, sensors.
He comes back and is like, okay, here's a tag. Here's a
Fireball.
tag for the rat.
Sweet.
Fireball.
Here's a tag for the fireball.
Does the tag melt?
No, it seems specifically tailored for you. Or at least that it can attach to you without being destroyed.
Fireball.
He's like, alright, you guys should be good now.
Cool.
Fireball.
Yeah, you don't have to worry, Cole. Like, yeah, you probably don't have anything like that.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah, Colt.
dangerous.
Yeah, Colt's not actually dangerous to any, on like that level of scale. Only if you get within fist range.
Yeah, like, you're way more deadly in terms of, like, roll closeness, but those guys are, like, can kill wide ranges of people, and we don't really want them, like, blowing up any cities or anything.
Yeah, if you get too close to Colt will fist you good, but like he's not gonna like end 600 people at once by like creating some sort of giant apocalypse.
Fireball.
Colt will just like nod understanding, go, it's probably for the best anyway.
Fireball. Fireball.
This guy's like, whoa, you can't get any closer. This is very flammable.
Fireball.
look. I seem to be a nice fire, but I'm holding very dangerous equipment here. Please don't burn the books.
Fireball. Can Fireball try and see what he's doing?
He seemed to be holding there's like a small chemistry setup like on this bench, and there is a book here that details some basic. Well, it's not basic. It's pretty advanced chemistry.
Can you see what chemicals he's mixing together?
You you can see. You can see them. You don't know what they are though.
Yeah. Can I try and find out what they are?
Okay. How do you want to go about doing that?
I want to stare at the chemicals.
You stare at them. They are a clear liquid.
I will
wish
try.
I was playing a smarter character.
You can roll intelligence. Like Fireball has a decent chance of knowing like the.
19.
Okay, Fireball, you know that there are literally thousands of clear liquids that could be that are flammable. Like that could be millions of compounds.
Can you try and read the book?
It's on a bit about like magic chemical theory.
Uh-huh.
And it's more about the setup than what's actually happening. Do you want to like try and turn the pages?
No.
Because it's currently it's talking about like writing specific glyphs in order to cause certain things to happen.
Okay. Fireball.
And it's mainly describing the setup of the glyph.
Okay.
You can also see this glyph half complete, like, on some of the equipment.
Okay. Fireball will talk in Ignian to this guy and ask him what he's doing.
He's like, he just stares at you. You get the feeling that he doesn't speak Ignian.
Fireball.
I take it just sounds like flame flickers.
Oh
Like,
yeah, like Ignian just sounds like fire noises, and he's always making fire noises. So to someone who doesn't understand Ignian, it just sounds like he's not doing anything other than existing, because he's still just making. Sometimes he makes slightly more intense fire noises, but like it just kind of sounds like the fire's like roaring hotter or like dialed down a little bit. It doesn't really sound any different from just fire is happening.
Fireball will go over and have a look at this book. Fireball.
This guy's like, ah, yeah, here it is. One second. He slots the book back. I think we have something for that in the slightly more dangerous library. He heads through this door.
Steve will go over also.
The door's closed behind him. It's not really possible to get in without like... And they don't seem to automatically open for you two.
Okay.
Well, damn.
Hey, what does the door look like it's made out of?
Steel.
Okay. Can Steve go looking through the books on this shelf over here?
Sure. Firewall. The book you're reading is about. It's more just an introduction to like it's a big list and catalog of the things that are in this library.
Okay. Fireball will.
Steve, you're currently in the like ship. You're currently in like ship basic mechanics stuff like that, advanced mechanics for ships.
Nice. Can Steve find any books by any authors with the surname Duenberg?
No, but Fireball noticed. There's one book written by the Baron von Duenberg somewhere in this library.
You'll go over and tell Steve.
Steve, you hear
Fireball!
Fireball make fire sounds.
Fireball, fireball.
What do you do, Steve?
Steve will look at Fireball and say, "Oh, who's a good little fireball? You are. You're a good little fireball. Keep doing your little fireball thing."
Tato would like to turn to Colt and say, he seems a lot less murdery when the fireball's around.
Yeah, funny that. Maybe all he needed was a pet the whole time.
This guy comes back through and is like, so, do you have, like... I mean, you guys should work for this, but do you have, like, anything that's from that place that you want to get back to?
Everything we're currently holding and us.
Sure. And do you have, like, a permanent sort of link there, or, like, a way of seeing there or anything like that?
I have this mirror.
Oh, well, perfectly. Just if you ever want to come back or anything.
Yeah.
He takes the mirror. He's like, okay. Hang on. Just gotta... If you give him the mirror, that is.
I mean, I'll be like, I will leave this back.
Yeah. You'll get it back. He walks back into the restricted library and he's like, come in, but, like, try not to touch anything.
Steve will look for the book he doesn't know that's in there, but the one that Fireball does know. See if they do have any books by him. Fireball will go in here.
Sure, you find a book of tactics that's detailed by the Baron. He's like, right, so you see him fiddling with the mirror. He's putting it into some sort of device that seems lined with runes, and there's a lot of wires connecting to it. It's very strange.
Steve will pick up the book and walk through here.
He's like, right, okay. That should
Fireball!
do it. Okay, he comes over to this desk. Oh, that's just made him bigger.
He has a stretch.
He gets very long for a second.
Oh, the polymorph nearly wore off. Concentrated on too many things at once.
He almost became a dragon again. Oh.
That would have been a mess.
He starts like fiddling with stuff on this desk. He's like, right, okay, almost done. Okay. You see a small area open up behind this section of the wall. The wall disappears. He goes through, and through there, see a large swirly portal. He's like, right, this should take you back to where you need to go. When you go through, the portal will be behind you. If you like wait a minute or two, it should turn back into a mirror.
So when you say that the portal will be behind us, the portal that was behind us was the size of a city. So you're saying that'll shrink?
Oh, like you'll rematerialize like here, if that makes sense, where you are.
Could I please tell you about here in the other parallel universe before we do this?
Yeah.
So, here in the other parallel universe is like the location, the headquarters for an evil organization trying to turn the universe into zombies, I believe.
Oh, well, why don't we like help you then? Hang on, I'll go round up some people and we can like charge through and like win.
Fireball?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not against that idea. I just don't know if it's a good idea. They do kind of like have armies in that.
Yeah, we have a big army.
Fireball.
I say we let them try. They seem like they've got this well underhand.
Well,
Yeah,
like
and
you
and then
guys
they've
will
got
you guys will obviously come with us and stuff, right?
they've
Yeah,
got a,
obviously.
yeah, they've got a couple of dragons, an army, us.
Sure.
Fireball.
Oh, Fireball's already gone. Okay.
Oh, he's already gone. Hang on a minute, he's not from our universe. How does that work? It's called
It's
Steve,
fine.
too hard.
We'll wait. We'll wait. We'll all wait.
Cool. I'll just quickly move Fireball over to the other place.
And Steve.
And Steve, who's also gone. Where the map be?
Map where you be?
There we go. There we go. Found map. Map be here. Here be map. Gotta reveal that bit. Put Steve and Fireball on there. There we go.
So yeah, you can run them for as long as it takes for us to get an army rounded up and come through. So
Yeah, we'll be one of the last ones to go in. Send in the troops as the first line, as they say. Also, question out of character: do we hear squeaking?
Do you hear what? Like, what do you mean?
Like the rat is in the room behind us still.
That's true. The rat can come if the rat wants.
Rat's having a chat with someone. Nice person. Squeak, squeak.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Court will actually notice that the rat isn't there and go, do you reckon that we should pack up our rat friend and bring him back to Quark? Okay, I'm just...
No one gives a shit.
No one gives
Sorry?
a shit.
I couldn't
Cold
hear
cares about
anything.
the rat. Cold cares about the rat. He's like, oh, I better go and get him so I can, like, chuck him through.
Are people still there? I've not heard anything for a little bit.
I mean, wait.
Well, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
How
Give me a second. I'm gonna disconnect. I'll be back in a second. Just-
Yeah, do the thing.
how do we answer that?
I know, I was just like, hang on a minute.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Okay, I can hear everybody again. Good.
Okay.
Graham, how are we supposed to hear that? Like, how are we supposed to answer if
supposed
you
to
couldn't
reply?
hear?
I don't know.
You left us in such a conundrum.
I have no ears, yet I must hear.
You just have to. That's how it works.
If you'd stayed quiet, I would have just assumed. Like, you all stayed quiet, so I just assumed that you were talking and I couldn't hear you.
No, Court was going, maybe we should go and get snacks and the rat to bring him back through this, them back through this portal. Walked
should
through
probably
there,
get
and then
them.
obviously there's a person there.
Yeah, like, if we don't get them, I'm pretty sure Croc will kill me when we get back.
Oh yes, he'll summon that gigantic 5-headed dragon lady again.
So he quickly leaves now that your two companions have gone through to start rounding people up to quickly get through.
We will go round up the rat and snacks.
Sure.
That's it. So who's this guy? Does he talk to Ben? You.
So who is this guy?
You are.
Alright, that's it. Yeah.
I
you
looked
are.
for the most evil robot I could to represent who's the good one. So it's Ultron.
Sure,
Nice.
you meet.
Nice.
You are the robot. He's very nice.
he saw that Snacks was alone upstairs and upset, so he's like, "Oh, we've got an elevator. That's a bit bigger. You can come down if you want to get up with your friends." Colt hears that and is like, "He made us take the stairs when there's an elevator?"
Yeah, Court's all about athleticism. He doesn't care. He's more just going, there's the pets. Oh, hey, guy.
Hello there.
Name's Colt. I'm kind of the hired muscle punching machine.
Colt, I don't believe I've met you before. Yes, they said that some of our old companions had been found, but they'd been dead.
That's a shame. As long as it went down swinging.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Were they part of your army?
Well, they were kind of their own thing.
Oh yeah, this guy's also like, oh yeah, boss, you should probably like inform them about like, what our whole deal is and what we're doing.
Yeah, I was just talking the Dragon in Disguise dude over there. He says you guys have an army to help with a whole evil organization on our end of the pond. Or portal. Or whatever.
Well, we're more than happy to help against evil forces. If you're not from here, so you wouldn't know, the governments here are so totalitarian.
Yeah, where we're from, the governments are pretty laissez-faire about the whole thing, but there's this organization run by some sort of thing called RU that's like trying to turn the galaxy into weird zombie creatures.
Yeah, he's basically trying to subjugate everything.
Well, we're from like a bunch of governments took apart a big machine that was like holding the universe together, and now they're all pretty content to like. They're all kind of greedy, so they're all keeping pieces of it for themselves, and we've got like 2 bits of it.
Oh?
But there's like...
Could you describe them?
There's this whole thing where they're trying to get them off us, because if you put them back together, you can essentially rewrite the universe. Do you know if you have anything like that in your universe?
No, not at all. Never heard of anything like that.
Yeah, we recently found one of the components. Actually, pretty close to where we found you guys. It was this weird, like, heart machine, eldritch-looking thing. It's a really powerful magic catalyst.
Yeah, Courtney's going to pick up on what you did. He's going to pick up and he's going to go, that sounds weird as hell.
Yeah. I think we have seen that on our end. We buried it really far underground.
That's like one of the pieces. We have this other really important piece, which is like sort of the thing that makes it all work. It's kind of the reset button on it. Actually, is the other bit we have. It's meant for like destroying stuff and then remaking it.
Never heard anything like
that. We haven't really gotten to it yet though, but we kind of know how it works.
In your universe, how do we explain this? So, there's this spacey stuff we call the phlogiston, and because of the taking the machine apart, it's sort of flooding in. Is that happening in yours? Because if not, maybe everything's okay over there.
You say these stuff, and like Kato is like blank stare, got like already lost.
It's hard to say, Mr. Ua, because we've only seen the one, and all that we know about it is whenever spells are cast near it, they get like amped up, and then we buried it. That's largely all that our experience with these parts of this machine.
Well, if you've not heard, it's definitely something that you would have heard of. So I'm sure everything's fine over there, apart from this RU problem.
Oh yeah, totally. The guy who owned it previously was using it to like unearth a whole forest, which our druidic friend here was very upset about, and the planet itself was very upset about, so we stopped him.
Cool. Well, while this is all happening, we're going to quickly cut over to our other 2 friends who've been in there a while.
Don't want to divulge all story secrets.
No, we'll continue with all of that, but like, we'll start with...
I know what you mean.
Basically, just go to them and then have us come through the portal at the appropriate time.
We'll see what they were doing. So, Fireball and Steve, you've come through a portal.
We'll step here.
There seems to be some form of like. It looks like the reverse of what you saw before. It's like the backside of a secret door.
Steve will step forwards, Fireball will step there, and then Steve will go and push the door, push the door open so there's a tiny little crack so you can see through.
It's not really a push. There's like a few buttons here that you would guess dictate like whether it opens or closes or not.
Steve will start pressing buttons until it opens.
You start pressing random buttons until it begins to open. You got it, my guy. Okay. Door slides open. You see this.
We're back to the bad reality.
So.
Steve will say hello to my little friend.
You are, otherwise known as Andrew, because you have control over this one, technically. You see Steve, that guy who's on your, survey team, has just stepped through the weird portal room.
Hello? Steve, can you hear me down there?
Hello?
I'm over a thing we've invented called a loudspeaker.
Okay.
Where did you just come from?
I came from here. You know, here. Gestures to the room.
Sure, why don't you come, we can have a nice chat.
Where are you exactly?
This thing comes over at you, says, and Andrew, you can speak through this thing. It can speak properly. It can't speak with its voice properly. It has a voice box installed.
Stephen Fireball will step back.
No, do not worry, sir. Very butler voice for some reason. Just come this way, sir.
Fireball.
Speech box is on the wrong settings.
Fireball.
Do you go with it, Steve?
Yeah, but Steve will say you have to go first.
Do you go first, are you, through your own base?
Yeah, lead the way.
Sure thing. Boop. Boop. Boop.
You probably lead them to the kitchen. He's probably very hungry. We'd have to feed him.
Yay. So you walk by, you see Constantine, your friend.
Oh, hi, Constantine.
When you look at him, he looks very calm.
You seem a lot calmer than I thought you the last time.
You also see this thing is like... It's hard to tell right away, but you notice that it's always staying kind of close to him.
Although, everything is fine.
Huh. Interesting. This is weird.
Nothing is weird. Everything is normal.
Look, I found a little friend. Fireball!
Fireball to you too.
Fireball will speak in Ignean to everyone.
What do you say in Ignean?
I say, hello, fellow intellectual. Do you want to talk about the books in this library?
This person comes over to you, Fireball, and says, "Ah, yes, I'd love to. he replies to you in Ignian.
Ah, fantastic. Do you have anything by either A. Plumbus or Duenberg?
Nothing by this Duenberg, but possibly over here.
Fireball will go over there.
Are you like trying to like keep them with you, or are you like gonna wait for them, or are you just gonna keep going?
No, no,
Assuming that they'll follow.
it's fine. Ryu has eyes, so he can keep an eye on them and wait for them. It's a good way to like see what they're about.
Thief will open the book that he still has from the other place by
Tactics by Baron von Duenberg.
Yeah, and read a bit of that.
Sure. Okay, cuts back to the other people who are actually learning what the plot is.
No, not the plot.
Says, yeah, the army's just about assembled now. We can go after your friends, but yeah, big machine, like gonna destroy the world. We're also working with like this other guy who builds all our ships and stuff. He's really handy.
Mm-hmm.
He's
What's his
possibly he's Devon Taylor.
Right, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. So you're saying that in this universe there's like a machine that might end the whole thing. Hey, why don't you just come through to our universe and like, if we could get rid of this evil organization, then everything will be really good.
Yeah, 2 birds, 1 stone.
I mean...
And then, like, there won't be this problem, because, like, you'll be in a universe that's not ending for that reason.
But we have to help, like, we can't just let loads of innocent people suffer at the hands of tyrannical governments.
The other one is if
the court
there
will
might be
likely
information in the other universe that you guys could figure out that could then let you come back through here with an advantage.
I mean, sure, but we've got to maintain this base and like keep fighting. If you guys can come support us, like from the other side when you're done, that would be cool. But like, we do have to stay here and like, continue to fight and stuff.
Kyo doesn't understand.
There's one thing I'd like to ask about these machines before we continue. I trust that when you get all 3 parts, you'd be taking all 3 and keeping them separate in the interest of not allowing anyone to use them.
Oh, well, like, we have to reassemble the machine. Otherwise, the universe is, like, gonna slowly end. We've got to, like, keep the phlogiston out. So, we're gonna go to each of the governments, take their sections of the machine, combine them with the 2 we already have, and once we achieve that, we're gonna try and keep the machine as safe as conceivably possible.
Wouldn't it be a wise decision to keep them separated? Because then if someone does infiltrate and they get one piece, they still have to do the whole assembly bit.
Yeah, but then, like, if it's unassembled, the universe will continue to end. And we've got to keep it assembled just so that the phlogiston doesn't come in.
Okay.
We've got to maintain the status quo.
Yeah, he'll just like nod to that, like contemplatively nodding along. It's like not his universe. He doesn't want to like push too hard. He's just trying to get like some insight into this universe's equivalent of these characters.
He tells you because like this isn't a naturally formed place. A long time ago, very old aliens made that machine from technology from even older aliens to essentially expand the... Do you know what a crystal sphere is? This will save me a lot of time.
Literally not a clue, unless I roll Arcana and that 20, maybe I'll have some idea.
Sure, roll an Arcana check.
Do I have any idea?
You've heard of them. You're not really sure much about them, though. He'll explain to you that basically most solar systems are held in big crystal spheres, and then outside of them there's phlogiston, which is like hard to live in, and it's quite weird, is the summary of it. But suffice to say, if you stayed in it for too long, you'd probably die.
Sounds bad.
Definitely.
At the same time, there's just like steam coming out of his ears. He's like trying to understand.
So a long time ago, aliens who wanted to like explore space more easily essentially made a very big crystal sphere that encompassed multiple solar systems and broke down all of their crystal spheres for components and used this machine to make it all work. It's comprised of some of the most advanced, powerful pieces of technology we've ever seen in the galaxy to date. It was eventually disassembled by our civilizations much later. We didn't really know what it did, and those guys were just kind of very greedy and took it apart for their own gain. That's sort of causing everything to collapse in on itself. So if we reassemble it, everything will be fine. But if
and
we
you
just
can
take...
also choose how the universe works if you reassemble it, right?
You theoretically could, but we're not going to like use it for our own advantage. We're just going to seal it away somewhere so that nobody corrupt can ever get their hands on it.
Pointing it out.
Corrupt people.
You're pointing out quote at the same that just does go. That is why I was asking, because no one should have that kind of power.
Yeah, exactly. No one should have that.
What if you were going to use that power only to do good?
I don't think because it's absolute power, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. We can't.
Yeah, but what if you used it once and then you put it away and no one ever touched it again?
Yes, but the problem there is perception. What is evil to one is different to another.
That's true.
Yeah. What if you just go rid of what was evil to you and then just like put the thing away and then like we're like, no one's ever touching that again.
I do believe that you'd be using it all the time then, because absolute power means strength, and strength brings conflict.
Oh yes, this guy understands.
Yeah.
Could you not like use it to remove everybody's memory of it ever existing, so that people would no longer be looking for it? Is that not a good use of it?
I mean, sure, but then also like you also have the problem of then that person's used it and it just corrupts more, and they're more likely to use it again because at some point some horrible thing might happen in their life that they want to undo. It's just not a good idea to leave it around, and we prefer to settle our differences in a more mundane manner rather than like rewriting reality.
How strong are your forces in comparison to the forces of all of the governments in the universe that seem to be these corrupt people coming after it?
They're stronger than us, but together we stand a chance.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that if you get it and you put it together and you're like, oh, okay, we might stand a chance if we all stand together. Surely the easiest thing to do would be, to rewrite the universe so that you definitely win, and then you like can put it away and not have to worry about anyone attacking you for it anymore. Because otherwise you could still lose it to them and then have them do it.
I mean, I suppose, but just as equally, like, it could have some dire consequences messing with the fabric of reality versus technology that we don't really fully understand and might not have the best control of.
Yeah, it sounds like a veritable hornet's
negatives and not the positives.
It's very dangerous to use. I'm sure if we studied it for like a long time we could use it safely, but in that time you can almost guarantee some idiot would get access to it and blow the universe up or something. It's just like, if we could theoretically use it safely, maybe again we only have 2 bits of it and we don't even know how to use one of the pieces we do have.
It's just like, hey, so what were the locations of these bits? So where the engine is on the planet Space Australia, and this location, we know that one. Where was the button?
Oh, like, it's this planetoid object. It's connected to several solar systems. We've been sending operatives there to try and like figure it out.
Wait, is it? I described the place we went to for the thing where I accidentally ate our boss.
That sounds like it's yeah, that's the quantum planet. It's connected to there. It's like if we went to like all the planets related to that it could take us to in that solar system. Like we flew onto that planet, moved to the solar system that it teleported to, left the planet and explored the solar system.
Okay.
And that eventually has sort of led us to where it is. It's slowly leading us there. We still don't actually know where it is, but we're pretty confident the final planet will have the information on where it is. We're exploring that now. We just know what it does. And sort of a hint on kind of where it is.
Okay, and do you have any clue where the last piece is that you're looking for?
Well, it's not comprised of 3 pieces. Each of the governments hold one piece each, like the major ones.
Oh, so there's a bunch of other pieces spread out to all the governments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the Lithonians have one, the Alliance have one, the Imperium has one, the Union has one.
Okay. Just, I'm not asking for any like nefarious reasons. It's just interesting, just in case this is also destroying our universe.
Yeah. You guys should like totally get on that if this is happening over there.
Yeah, sure. We'll get on that right away. Not for any reasons of goblin supremacy or anything like that. Don't worry about it.
Cool. Well, our troops are ready to help you out. Bunch of people marching.
Let's go murder those weird zombie mind flayers.
Yeah, let's not waste any more time. It's a bad idea to leave Steve there by himself.
Sure, Steve's murdering away happily through there.
Fingers crossed.
I'll come with you guys.
Cuts back to Steve sipping soup.
Take us back over to this map. Got all the boys down.
Fireball will be saying, so...
Move, go.
These people, they just don't seem to understand me. They don't seem to listen. They only seem to be able to hear me when I say fireball.
Man, this guy's like, man, that is like really sad.
Yeah.
Man, I think I might be able to like whip a translator up for you if that would be helpful in some way. Like maybe you could all, and then like at that moment he's like, so do we engage? Do we just like go in guns blazing, or do you think that we could like negotiate with these people?
They're horrifying. Like they take over planets by dropping like pollutants on it, and then watch the pollutants take over the planet, and then come in later. We should probably just
They are very much resolute in their opinions. Also, be wary for any tentacle creatures. They will turn your troops against you.
Okay. So, plan is, you see, this guy is casting some magic. We're gonna do some reconnaissance of the room. Once we determine what's through there, we're gonna probably just nuke it with as many of our area of effect stuff as possible. Assuming your friends aren't in there.
Which I'm sure they're not.
I was gonna say Court's looking for like bodies and signs of like longsword wounds.
I mean, even if they are, just go for it, because if they're still alive in there, then they've probably betrayed us.
If not, we're engaging. But we're currently our scout is using magic to try and like take.
Also, Steve just can't die, so don't worry about him.
Oh, okay.
Fireball will say to the guy in Ignium, there's just one final thing that I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Fireball, and I'll cast Fireball at 6th level.
Why?
Okay.
He was offering to help you.
Oh my god.
It's like, I can build you a universal translator. Nope, fireballed him.
No, I will cast Fireball here. So, Fireball will get everyone...
Alright, everyone needs to roll initiative. So we have this guy.
So,
Special
8,
boy.
9,
Ooh,
10,
hang on, wait.
11d6.
Yeah, just roll initiative. It's all good. Then there's this boy.
They need to make deck saves.
Yeah. I'm just getting them on the initiative tracker first.
Okay. It's an FYI that DC is 17. That is Fireball.
One sec. Then this thing needs to roll as well. Constantine needs a roll. And then, yeah, this guy dies.
No, not this guy.
Your science team is dying. Just because.
Bill Nye the dying guy.
I'm pretty sure minimum damage of Fireball kills that guy. In fact, since you're upcasting it, yes, even if he succeeded, minimum damage would kill that guy.
You killed that innocent researcher who just wanted to help you.
No, he's still in front of me.
You killed his friend. You definitely killed that innocent researcher's friend. Constantine, do you want to roll for yourself or should I roll for you? Either roll.
Can you roll for me? I'm having trouble with getting stuff to work today.
Is roll 20
Sure.
being a roll 20?
Not just roll 20. Kind of everything's dying.
Ah, even better.
That's
Ooh,
the
fun.
best. Let's see, where did I pop Constantine's character sheet? Is he in dead characters? Did I put him in RUs, people?
He was in the side characters in my thing.
Ah, that's useful. There we go.
Joseph, just for fun, I'm going to send you something quite scary. Because I thought, oh, I'll have a quick check. What does RU get at 11th?
Ryu's not at 11th, right?
Oh, yeah, he's like 20.
I can tell you exactly what RU's level is.
Is it level 6 like all the other side characters that were dead?
His tiny little robot is that level.
Good, good.
His proper body is 12.
12.
I've already made a character sheet for it, Andrew.
Ooh.
I've made a character sheet for every copy and version of it. Because there's definitely only one form.
Okay, so this one is 6. Got it.
And technically, you also have complete control of this one, Andrew. Because it is also IU.
As Fireball is casting Fireball, Fireball will say to friendly scientist, sit down in the corner and don't move.
So, Colt, you're up first?
Well, since Big Boss Dragon Dude said we'll blast the door open and hit everything inside with our AoE stuff, he's not going to go like lightning bolting straight into the room, even though he could probably get through to the other side.
There you go, Andrew. If you check your character sheet, you have access to this guy, I think.
Ooh. Rotten.
I think yeah. I think Cole will just take a position at the back of the pack of all the soldiers and
Oh yeah, almost forgot to roll for the
ready in action to hit anything that comes near him.
They also need to be added to the initiative tracker. There we go. Cool. Cool. Kato.
Yes.
It's your turn technically.
Is the door to the other room open or is it still shut?
No. Currently, they're still. This guy has an arcane eye. That's in that room.
Okay. Can I? I'm gonna shift to here, and then I am going to hold blasting that room with some spell. I've not decided what yet.
Sure.
I will let you know in a minute.
This guy says, "Ah, they've just blown the room up with fire. Go, go, go."
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I just wasn't gonna move until they've opened the doors. But yeah, I'm just
so
gonna call
this guy
into the room
opens
once
the
they
door.
open
Oh, hang on. I need to quickly do Lawrence's fireball. That affected people in the room.
Essentially, it affects.
Yeah, I know who it affects. I just need to roll the deck saves for everybody.
Yeah, Constantine
will
will survive even if he fails it, but not by much.
Does 26 pass?
17 and above passes.
Cool.
I'll let you know that now.
Then it's this thing. Actually, technically, Andrew, you also have control of.
Stop giving me things.
Look, this is your own doing.
No, it's not. I take no responsibility.
For your actions?
Yes, that's correct.
That failed. Constantine also failed. And Steve, were you in the blast?
No, I'm just outside of it. It's here.
In that case, that's all solved.
So 41 for those that failed, 20 for those that succeeded.
Cool, that's that.
Yeah, when they kick the door down, my health spell of just call lightning to fill the room with a lightning cloud will kick off. And I'll strike Constantine and the robot.
And Constantine is on. Oh, Constantine is very hurt.
For it's a 16 DC save, so not that hard.
So what are you doing?
It's lightning, so it's just a dex save for Constantine and the robot next to him.
Dexterity for Constantine. Dexterity for robot next to him. I think that's fail on both counts.
So it's 3d10.
3d.
For another 16 lightning damage.
Constantine goes down. He's unconscious.
That's my health action happens. So.
And I think the robot is still up. Yeah, the robot's still up. Oh, actually, that's lightning damage. You see?
Yeah.
Robot explodes.
Now you can get back to the turn of the person that kicked open the doors.
Then these people are going to go and try and kick ass and take some names.
Did the scientist person that Fireball was talking to respond to him when he told him to sit in the corner.
He's gonna do that on initiative count 0.
Right.
Essentially, when he gets a chance to.
Yeah.
This guy comes in and notices there's a giant thing in front of him, so he's gonna try and stab it with his special. You see his suit actually morphs into a knife, essentially. Is what it looks like. He's gonna try and stab it a bunch of times. I'm pretty sure all of that hits except for the last one. Cool. Looking very hurt. Off for all of that. Then a bunch more of them come in, and as a group, they're gonna just surround him. And all make a bunch more stabs. Because their turn is a group turn.
Stab, 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 stab.
Stabbity stab, stab.
Oh, critical stab.
God damn.
I'm just gonna say this now. With all of those stabs, this guy is thoroughly dead.
Is thoroughly stabbed.
And let's give him his con save. He might be able to. Nope.
We did have a long rest in the time that it took us to get there, right?
Oh yeah, easily. It was 3 days of like travel. That's them. Steve, it's your turn. You were chatting to a very mellow Constantine when fire happened, and then lightning, and then robot death, and then
Explosions and stuff.
a bunch of people ran through a door that you just came from, and their suits all started like shanking this one thing into oblivion.
So, given what you told me earlier, what does Steve feel about this entire situation? If I'm taking what I think he said earlier.
How does Steve feel? Your old friend, who seemed very calm, has just been killed by a bunch of people you saw on the way in to that place where you've just gone through that portal.
It's more like, how does he, like, the people that, like, these people, like the squid people, how does he view the squid people? Does he view them as, like, friends?
Well, you remember them as your...
You do not.
Well, you know that RU controls them, but you also remember that you've fought a bunch of them.
You remember the ones that tried to eat your brains previously.
You remember the ones that tried to eat your brains, but this one seems different to those ones. This one seems more advanced than the one that was just like shanked to death over there. And was friendly to you, because RU was in control of it.
Remember Butler voice?
Butler voice was on point.
Steve would like to rage. As his bonus action, he would then angrily walk over here and try and slice twice at this guy. Two-handedly.
My dear friend, why are you doing that?
Sure.
I take it a 12 and a 15 miss.
Yes, both of those easily miss.
And that will be Steve's turn.
Aren't you raging?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm guessing you weren't using Reckless Attack.
Oh, I keep forgetting about that.
I thought that was your advantage, the 12 and the 15. I was like, oh.
Anyway, it's now these guys who are gonna try and nuke this thing with spells from a distance, because those are the melee focused ones. These are the magic focused boys. So they're all gonna pew pew pew. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Miss, hit. 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 And hit. Cool. He looks pretty hurt by all that. Then it is that guy. Go, the big boy. It's Big Boy's turn.
God. Why make Andrew do things? Andrew small brain. Sure.
But Andrew wrinkle brain.
I would say that it will ignore Steve and go for the other guys.
Sure. So what is it doing?
Well, it's obviously doing the join us friends handshake.
Sure. So it's just going. Is it like going over and attacking them? Is it using a ranged attack? What is it doing?
I mean, you're asking me a lot of things. It's doing the tadpole thing.
Oh, cool.
There's an easier answer for you.
It's gonna fire. How many tadpoles would you like to fire?
How many can I fire?
Up to 7.
Is this a ranged attack?
It is.
Okay.
It's also melee. It's
Okay.
both, weirdly enough.
Okay, no, just was wondering whether we were moving out of Steve's attack range.
Let's go for 7, but only again targeting the new weird people.
New weird people. Okay, you got it. So, and are you shooting all of them?
Sure.
Okay, let's go through the ones that hit. 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 And a hit. All of these guys were injured by that. Cool. Are you okay?
Yes, I am. Thank you for asking. Lawrence, your character notices some doors open in front of you. And then there's some blasts into your face.
Okay. Since I don't have my shield up, 17 and above hits.
So all of them hit. Do you go down?
Wait, there was...
Wait.
What?
Wait, what?
There were
So-
10 and a 14 hit?
No, they're with advantage.
Oh.
Because he is not visible.
Wait, so that's
Oh,
Was that-
okay, sorry, it makes sense now.
much health do you have, Steve?
Nowhere near that much. Jesus.
So 83 from the first one.
Yeah.
76 from the second.
He goes
then
down from the
93
second one.
third.
And then 93, which is kind of redundant.
Do you want to continue that attack also at Steve or change targets?
Let's change targets to the fireball.
The fireball, okay.
Uh,
The fireball takes 93 damage, although actually heals
for
by...
some of that.
Yeah, he heals by 8
Nice.
instead of taking that much. So it's 93 minus 16 damage.
People who are on the other side, you don't. It doesn't look like Steve was shot with a gun. It looked more like he was knocked out.
Fireball takes 77 damage, I think.
He goes unconscious.
Steve is also unconscious, I believe, at this point, unless he's straight up dead.
No, he's
I
unconscious.
think he's just unconscious.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
Several unconscious things happen. Fireball, it's your move, but you're unconscious. Constantine.
That's a death saving throw which I failed.
You're not dying. You're just unconscious.
That's true. No one is. Yeah, anyone downed by any of those attacks are not dead. You're just unconscious.
Yeah, because otherwise it would be very OP.
Constant.
I mean, it's already.
Constantine. Where did I put his character sheet? Makes a death save, which he fails.
No.
Will another Constantine die senselessly?
What wanton waste.
It's the release they want.
No, they love it.
Actually, unconscious Constantine is now back to normal. So he's panicking again.
But unconscious.
Cool. He's unconscious but panicky. You can move through your allied spaces.
Yeah, I was just measuring how far I'd go with a normal movement.
Since we've gone through Initiative 0, Scientist guy moves to the corner, I believe.
Yeah, he is tucking himself directly into the corner. So, Colt, there's one visible enemy.
Which is this guy?
That guy, yeah.
Yeah, the
squid thing. You currently can't see anything else. You did see Steve suddenly pass unconscious in front of it.
And some flashes of light.
Yeah.
Yeah, but with the lightning going on in the room, he's assuming it's partly because of that. Could assume it's partly because of that as well. I would kind of like try and get on this, but I'd have to use a lot of stuff.
Oh. Also, this guy's gonna join us in the corridor nearby.
I was thinking this was going to end up with us backing into this room and then looking at Benno and going, "Do you just like to watch?"
Well, I kinda do. It's my kink, sorry.
The transforms into a dragon immediately afterwards.
And also, another person is gonna get in on this. Then I need to pull this off. Okay, cool. Someone else has got involved.
Dun dun dun.
Right, stuff it. I am going to, because I don't want to burn like all of me like proper movement stuff. And I don't want to burn my action surge or anything like that. I'm going to get in with the group of the soldiers and start patient defensing. So any attacks that may have disadvantage.
Sure. Is that all you want to do for your turn?
Yeah, pretty much still staying defensively because like I could get over there and start laying into stuff, but it would burn up like a lot of stuff that I'd like to keep for later.
Okay, so
Trying to work out
Kato?
how far I am from.
You're about
you're
yeah, you're about 80 odd.
85 feet away from this thing that you can see. You're 85 feet away from your friend who's unconscious.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. So if I move to there, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Or you're 40 from Fireball, who's also unconscious.
I'm gonna healing word on my downed friend to wake him up.
Which one? Fireball or Steve?
Steve, I think.
Sure.
Steve gains 6 and is awake.
Yeah, thank
Steve,
you.
you're awake.
And I'm gonna use my action to make the thing. Like I'm gonna blast the thing here so it doesn't hit Steve. So anyone within 5 feet of the lightning strike has to make a dex save.
It has to make a dex save.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's magic. It got a 15.
It fails. Does the thing that I don't know is in the corridor but would be within range of where I would have to put the blast to avoid Steve? Does it pass its thing? Like this is I know it would get hit, but it's not. I'm not aiming it there.
Where is the blast going? Have you
The
put
blast
it, like,
has to go
here?
here, so it's like it's only 5 feet around it, so I need to put it there to avoid Steve. I need to hit the.
So are you aiming like here, so it hits like this area?
Yeah, I'm effectively aiming the lightning strike to like behind it, so it won't hit Steve and will only hit the thing that I know is there.
Sure.
But it means it will hit the thing I can't see. I'm just saying that it's not a. I'm trying to explain. I'm not metagaming.
Dex
It's
save.
just, yeah.
Yeah, dex save.
So that looks like RU passes.
So how much damage?
13 lightning damage or half that on a pass.
Lucky number.
Okay, cool.
That's me.
It's these guys who are all going to try and kick this weird thing's butt. Let's check to see if they're in move range.
But could we not be friends, my chaps? After he's just fired a bunch of tadpoles at them.
Right, they're not quite in move range, so that they instead will move to here, I believe. This one is actually going to kneel down. Fireball, you regain 10 hit points.
Be back in a minute.
Then all of these guys are going to... They can't quite get to you, so they're all doing this.
Magic missile, magic missile, magic missile, magic missile. Do any of them hit? Yes.
All of those hit. You take that many magic missiles. Okay, let's...
So many magic
9,
ouchies.
12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. This boy takes 40 points of damage. So I will quickly add that up.
Nice round number as well.
Cool. So
I'm back.
that much. Fireball gained 10 hit points and is up because one of the special people helped you out.
Oh, thank
Basically,
you.
you see him kneel down and spray some stuff on Fireball, and Fireball is up. He's more. The fire's been put back into his light.
He's just been sprayed with a bit of propane.
Aye.
Propane and propane accessories.
And this guy comes around to here-ish. Because Magic Boy is going to do magic things. And he's going to... Yeah. Can. Are you and this guy need to make con saves?
Who's this guy?
This guy.
Oh.
And also actually the guy behind him. Con. And then the regular one needs to make a con save. Cool. Are you and the big boy fails, the little one actually succeeds. And you... and it's...
My rage would have dropped.
Yeah, because you got knocked unconscious, sadly.
Yeah.
45 damage, half if you passed, so it's necrotic. As you see, a large orb of doom appear here.
Oh no, everyone sees an explosion in the hallway but doesn't know what it's from.
Dorbs.
Those,
That's what we should call the Doom Orbs. They are Dorbs now.
The Dorbs. You've been saved by the Dorb.
Truly the most powerful thing. The Dorb.
The Dorb. Don't mess with the Dorb.
Thank God beyond that door there is nothing else threatening.
Just the
curtain,
door
really.
down the
It's just-
hallway.
The rat is not on the... Yeah, the rat's not here. The rat's...
That was on purpose for the moment.
Oh, the rat
Okay.
should have come with us, but like, yeah, whatever.
So this guy's on... Cool. Classic Ben Oren, your strongest ally, technically in this fight. Yeah. Steve, you're alive and this boy looks very hurt in front of you.
Steve will stand up, he will rage.
You get very angry.
Again.
Are you going to recklessly attack it or just normal attack it?
He will recklessly attack it. You'll say, you made me go Betty Buys when I didn't want to. And swing at him again.
Your attack hits.
So that was first attack with advantage. I don't know why.
Your attack... you noticed when your attacks hit, they're not actually... They don't seem to land as hard as you think
I'll
they do.
smite the ever-living fuck out of it. I will use second level Divine Smite. So that's Divine Smite, that's 2d, so 3d8.
Sure, sure.
3d8. An additional 16 radiant damage.
Sure. You notice that hits as hard as it should.
Second attack. 23.
Oh, right. You weren't rolling with advantage. Right. Yeah. So you only made one attack. Right. Got it. Hang on.
Yeah.
They have more hit points than they should have then. Hang on.
So the first one was 11 total.
I just assumed that those were your first two attacks.
No, he's got advantage.
Yeah. I just haven't
And he's
toggled
not
advantage.
toggled advantage.
Yeah.
Like a peasant.
Non-toggle pheasants.
Just to spam the attack key more.
Cool. That's that sorted then.
So the first 23 will hit. So that's
Is that
14.
any? Is that any? Yeah, that's the thing though. Which damage are we using?
The first one.
Yeah.
So he will use another divine smite at second level.
Sure.
For 15 damage of
Yep.
radiant.
Boop.
He finally has killed something.
Technically, it was already dead.
You hear from behind you, whoop whoop.
Technically, it is a zombie.
Don't take this away from me.
Which
Done
leads,
killing it. Doesn't matter if it's already dead. You re-identified it.
which leads me to my next point. Actually, I need to. Ooh. So you know how I said it was dead.
Back.
It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. On 1 hit point. But is alive.
One
I think it
one
was a
second.
turn after that guy's.
Is the fear eyes that I've got? Is that an action or a bonus action, or can I just use that because it doesn't say that it's an action or a bonus action?
It must surely say.
Because it says just it.
Let's see. Let's read your character sheet.
It's the top thing on it.
Must succeed. That's an action.
Okay. Just double checking. That's my turn then.
Thing. Okay. These guys are gonna try and kick ass and take names with their amazing strategy, all casting Firebolt at it. Which it just boils down to, let's check.
Molten slag.
Wait.
1, 2, 3. Okay, it's gotta make 3 con save.
Wait, I've just realised I was being a bit thick before when you attacked Steve, because pretty much all of that damage would have been half.
Yeah.
Unless any of it would have been psychic.
Just needs to make some con save.
I think we're past the point where it mattered.
Yeah,
A
we are.
success and a success.
Alright, rewind time.
No, I was
Because it probably would have put you down in 3 attacks rather than the 2, and then you would have, like, the fireball wouldn't have gone down, but that's about the difference it would have made.
It's fine.
It's
fine.
fine.
You're all up now. It's its turn. What are you doing? You have 1 hit point.
Hey, I sent you a message for what the overall plan is.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. In that case, it's going to. Boop, 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 boop. Ah. So, Lawrence,
Yes.
would you consider? Are you willing
No.
It's casting some magic. Are you willing?
No.
Go
not,
on.
you're not willing.
No.
Oh, wow. That's honestly rude. It disappears somewhere.
Does it if it's not teleporting away and it's moving away from my character, do I get an attack of opportunity?
You would think that this is some sort of magical teleportation. It is not. It hasn't just like gone invisible and ran away or anything.
Okay. No, I was just trying to clarify because if it was trying to run away, I would want an attack of opportunity.
Yes, I'm aware of the rules. It's now this guy's turn. Who is going to... he's actually going to laser seal these doors shut. He hits the doors and successfully seals the doors. Alright, that's combat for now. Then this guy runs away on the rest of his turn.
Steve will calm down once combat is over.
You notice that this section of the door is like molten and seems to be fused together.
Yeah. Steve will give Steve 35 lay on hands points.
I'll just make Constantine some death saves if no one's gonna heal Constantine, unless people want to heal Constantine.
I might heal Constantine just to ask him what the fuck's going on.
Sure. You heal up Constantine. Constantine, you are free and unnumbed of the pain you've been suffering.
Oh god, it's the horrors. The horrors I've seen.
Fireball!
They make me work with my greatest enemy. And then they've been controlling us so that we don't destroy ourselves or them. Like Constantine in tears, just like, we're all slaves here. Please save us.
These guys are all gonna stand to one side, as they seem to all be struggling with something.
Oh no, they're infected.
It's very strange. It looks like an incredibly violent fight is happening inside their armor.
Villain guy, what did you mean by infected? Looking at the soldiers concerned.
They were hit by the tadpoles, right?
Oh god, has it gotten worse?
They are convulsing, but you think it's been a bit too long? It should have already settled in by now. Something's definitely different.
Steve will cast Cure Wounds on all 4 of them to see if that has any effect.
You notice the fighting gets a little more intense when you Cure Wounds them.
So that's 1d8 plus.
A bunch of these people are going over and like they're spraying solution on them. You're not quite sure what it does, but it seems to be making things a little more intense.
I will inform Ben Oren. This is what I mentioned before, those tentacle attacks. This is what it does. If you've got anything that can, I don't know, remove foreign bodies from any spells that can remove foreign bodies from someone, now would be the time to use it.
Well, these guys will just have to, I don't really have anything like that without just like cutting limbs off, but these guys will probably handle it. They're tough. They're resistant to regular mind flare parasites are no issue for them, because they heal too quickly. the mind flare parasites try and burrow into them, and they sort of heal too quickly. And
This
when they're
feels
shoved
like
up the
these
nose,
things are very much not normal mind flayer parasites. They're like
when
modified.
when they're shoved up the nose, the sort of armor takes care of them because the armor's like very, very good. It's sort of symbiote armor. It sort of connects with them. But you see, if these aren't normal, then who knows who's winning currently? Maybe it's a coin flip. Maybe like, depends, I suppose. Let's quarantine the ones that were infected. For now.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. Colt is just thinking back to how Croc had to summon Tiamat last time.
We'll see how they get on.
Yeah, seriously, Mr. Oren, these guys are bad news. Last time I got attacked by one of those, I lost a leg. He visibly has both legs.
He does visibly have. He's like, yeah, sure.
I got better.
No, yeah, I got better.
I got better.
Fireball will come over here and ask the guy, do you know a cure to the tadpole thing?
This guy says, oh, the tadpoles, we've never met anyone who could, like, fight them off before.
But
He
do you have a
replies
cure?
to an
Why would you want to?
Yeah, well, we don't have any cure. Why would we want to cure them? They're like, they're assisting in Project Peace.
Because our friends are being harmed, and we don't want our friends to be harmed.
No, they're just sort of joining Project Peace.
Now, I've been kind to you and kept you alive.
Yeah, and I'm being nice
Don't
too.
make me want to change my mind.
I'll whip that translator up for you in no time, good buddy.
Help them. Get the mind flare things out of them, or I will fireball you to death.
It's actually zomborgs, we call them.
Do it.
I can't. I don't really know. Like, I don't really have the stuff to do it. We're not really in a surgical suite. We don't have highly sophisticated tools.
This is a library.
This is a library.
Then get us to the surgery place.
Looks over at the door that's been sealed shut.
I can melt the door.
I guess. But that would involve going past a bunch of people who I think you're not too friendly with.
You don't want to see how unfriendly I can be.
I mean, I don't, but like, it's not really in my power to do anything about it.
This is a bit like someone yelling at someone in the Amazon warehouse. It's like, I want you to take me to Bezos right now. It's like, I'd love to, I can't.
So about these books then.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mr. Very Powerful Wizard, do you know any way to like get through a door quickly?
I could. I guess I could try and like melt the door.
I mean, that's how they sealed it, yeah.
I mean, I'm just like, I can just lightning strike the door a bunch, like once every 6 seconds.
Yeah, I can like fire. Actually, yes, I can actually get the door broken off pretty quick. I have cold and a fire spell. That
Fireball
will
goes up to
absolutely
the
annihilate the lock.
Fireball goes up to the door and just sits against the lock for a bit.
Like fused to the middle.
Sure, it's very hot.
Does it melt at all?
It gets red hot, but it doesn't seem to melt. It seems you would need to be hotter to melt the door. this guy says, quickly, stand back, fireball.
I'll say what spells he gonna cast.
He's gonna cast Ray of Frost at the door.
Oh, okay.
He casts Ray of Frost at the door. And thanks to the combination of Fireball making the door very hot and Ray of Frost rapidly cooling the door down, it becomes very brittle.
Steve will go and try and punch the door out.
Roll me a strength check.
18.
The door gets some cracks.
He will try again.
Quickly clear the initiative order. Yeah, go for it.
18.
The door begins to give way. A hole appears in the door.
Can I come up and
Small,
assist?
but yeah. Yeah, sure. You can also try and punch hole in door.
And you get a 13.
You want us to roll it? Just let him roll with advantage.
Either or.
I'll roll at advantage then.
It's just as well I didn't do very well, so. God damn it. I'm just gonna start punching this thing. Since pushing it isn't working.
Yeah. Eventually the door breaks.
If it's brittle, several blunt strikes should crack it eventually.
Yeah. It breaks eventually.
Fireball will come over here and Steve and Fireball will step through.
Cool. You come to a similarly melted door.
Even
Magic guy, we need to make with the ice again.
He's like, no prob. But fiery first.
Fireball will go up and squeeze up against the door until it's like red hot.
Cool.
And then he'll move back here. For Ray of Frost or something.
Fair enough. Wizard will freeze door. Door becomes very brittle.
Steve will come up to the door and start punching again.
Steve, you do that. I was going to say he's going to come out and tell these guys to get here, but he's also going to tell this Constantine after hearing that he regrets everything. Hey, could you tell any other soldiers in here that are in the same position as you don't fight? Because we're here to take down the whole lot. So if you're non-threatening to us, we'll leave you alone.
So the 12 downwards, does that smash the door open?
Where is this? Oh, as you begin to try and break the door down, you first open up a small hole in the door.
Yeah.
And and when a small hole in the door opens, can you please make me a dexterity saving throw?
That's a 1. I think that fails.
A small grenade rolls through the crack in the door and goes off. The wizard also needs to make a dex save. Good old
Graham died.
Ben. Yeah, Graham did die.
I was just wondering, is Graham able to hear us?
I was trying to reply as Constantine earlier, and no one was.
Oh, right. We could.
Yeah, I thought so. When you didn't reply, I was like, oh, his audio's gone dead again. Crap. That's why I put Colton next to him. just in case, like,
Yeah,
you
my roll
didn't.
20 died, so I'm just getting back.
Yeah, basically, Colt was asking Constantine if there's any other soldiers like him, and if so, would he be able to
He'd have
convince
explained
them
you'd have
these
to
guys
get
are
rid
here
of
to help?
He'd have to explain. He'd explained you have to get rid of things that are keeping them in line.
So the grenade.
Ah,
Would
I
that
see.
would the grenade affect fireball as well?
So basically, we need to knock you guys out first.
Yes, the grenade would affect fireball.
So fireball needs to make a dex save.
It is piercing damage, by the way. Just so you're aware.
19.
He succeeds. You take half of 17 damage. It's
Um.
rounded down. So 8. Fireball takes 8 damage.
Okay.
But that also damages the door enough where the door smashes to pieces, revealing.
You take 17. Revealing
room.
Drum roll.
Boop. It's a lot of Constantines and a lot of them robots. And just before anyone rolls any initiatives, I quickly need to nip to the toilet, so I'll be back in a little bit.
We'll be back right after these messages.
Do you like cereal? Good.
Yes, I do like cereal.
Well, why don't you try Satan's favorite cereal? Hellos!
They're fantastic.
Just fantastic, though. They're not the best.
Hello, sponsor us.
Sponsor us, Satan. You gotta have some money.
Please come and satanize this channel.
Right. It's not really much I need to do.
We promised the next campaign would be Descent into Avernus.
Man, I thought you were going to go for the arrows pitch.
No, a new cereal.
The one true cereal of the plane of air, but you know.
Yeah, the Avernus cereal is Hellos.
The plane of fire one is Flarios.
Apparently, all cereals in this multiverse have O's at the end.
Yeah.
Except Space Shreddies.
Oh, no one likes them.
It's good. It's Shreddies, but in space.
Except the only cereal that the Tea Paladin liked, which was tea leaves in water.
The tea then.
Yeah, but he left the tea leaves in.
Oh god.
He believed it.
Yorkshire Rose.
Yeah.
It's just very tiny Yorkshire puddings. That's all I could think of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you pour milk over it, or do you pour gravy over it?
Either is acceptable.
Okay,
or be a complete monster and just dump a load of butter.
Yeah.
Joseph, we've introduced several new breakfast cereals to the multiverse.
Oh god. Should have never left you alone.
It's what you get.
You come back after the ad break, all the main cast are just sitting there eating bowls of cereal, just like, oh what, we're back on. Okay, get back in the character.
Alright, the camera's alive, everyone.
I'm asleep.
Alright, that's all the groups of Constantines rolled. Now all of these puppies gotta roll.
I'm fairly sure Steve and Fireball got exactly the same last fight.
Yes, 20.
And then this boy gotta roll. And then these boys. Are gonna be a group. Everyone rolled?
I think so.
Cool. If everyone's on the initiative, then let's begin. First up is a tiny pupper.
Fireball's the only tiny pupper on this team.
Yeah, but it's not a friendly pupper. It's an enemy pupper.
No, he is the only friendly pupper.
Yeah, I mean, he's not the only friendly pupper. He's the current only friendly pupper.
Yeah.
But there are enemy puppers.
That need to be melted.
And currently... friendly pupper... Sorry, enemy pupper... is just gonna... He's gonna dodge. It's gonna be his turn. He's gonna dodge. Then it's a Constantine, that group, who are all gonna try and kill the Stevie boy. With their muskets. So it's just gonna be like help and then lap. Presumably a 28 hits and you take
Yeah.
damage. And they are gonna do a... you're also... make a strength save.
$23?
And also you take an additional...
If it's more than if it's 9 or above, I go unconscious.
Luckily for you, I think it's like 8. You take 8 more damage.
Right, it was 8.
Oof. And you are not knocked over, but you are very hurt. Then it's Colt.
Yeah, here's an explosion, comes, running, sees commotion, and this time I am gonna actually just blast into action. Nope, blast the wrong thing. I do have the movement speed to get through here without using dash, and I kind of want to go for the Constantines, but also kind of want to go for these things since I saw them react so well to lightning last time. So
you can imagine they're not the biggest fans of it.
Yeah, being robots and that.
Fireball knows the weakness.
What does Fireball think their weakness is?
Yeah.
Fireball?
I'm so shocked and pleased at how quickly the weakness thing came up.
Well, you did strike them with lightning and then it became obvious.
So, zippity zappity.
Zippity zappity, I'm at attackity.
Fireball things.
Because of onslaught, I also have advantage. Yay. 27.
Fireball things. Everything's weakness is fireball.
Okay, so that one takes. Okay, so I'm gonna be straight with you. Your first attack against this one. Ooh, actually. Yeah. By exactly the correct, precise amount. Is gonna go ahead and down it, so it's gotta make a con save on its after your very first hit. Which it succeeds. So it's up on 1 hit point, and then your next strike would also force a con save, because obviously
Yeah, because it's on 1.
Which it also succeeds.
Bloody hell.
It looks very damaged, though.
Or I could move further in and get 2 others onto 1 hit point.
You could. Or you could try and put that one down.
I'll try and put that one down. I'll just do a normal flurry of blows.
Sure. It's gotta make.
Oh yeah, sure. Not 20 now. Thanks.
Well, that is a critical hit, so it does die instantly.
Boom.
Ouch.
Because it gets critted, and
am I able to like?
3 of these Constantines suddenly feel a wave of like freedom, calmness.
Does Colt notice them suddenly like shrug it off and then go, "Oh, thanks," or something like that?
They start screaming, so you know, like
they start screaming as if they have been horrifically tortured mentally.
Well, that worked. I'm gonna try and do it again because I still have movement and 1 more flurry of blow to use, unless that's not allowed.
Gonna pop down. I'm just gonna say that these guys. I'm gonna give these guys a little symbol, basically saying that these guys are emotionally stunned. Because they kind of are.
So yeah, that was my ruling question. And can I use my movement, because I still have some movement left to use in between flurry of blows hits?
Yeah, you can move to there and attack that
I've got
one.
1 more attack to use then.
That's also. You notice that the lightning really messes these guys up.
Yeah, like I said, he goes, "Well, that worked. I'm gonna do it again."
And that one dies.
Yay!
Oh, Kato had not added. You're rolling initiative for those Constantines.
for the Constantine.
That Constantine,
yeah.
the other Constantine.
The one who had been talked into being friends.
Yeah.
The other Constantine.
I'll shuffle. He can join on initiative 0 because it is Steve's turn, so he'll join in next round. Steve.
Steve is pissed. He will get angry. He's an angry
before Steve.
Sure, fine. Hang on.
And all he's gonna do is move up anyway.
Sure, he can move up. If you just give me a sec to quickly reshuffle the initiative order.
I just thought he was already on, so I did, and then I checked and was like, why is he not on?
Am I missing something that's super obvious? For some reason it's not letting me reshuffle the initiative order. I'll just have to do it manually. There you go. Problem solved. Cool.
Now, Steve, the hippos closest to you are all screaming in agony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve will rage.
But Court will also shout, "Prioritize these raw bug-looking things," while he's punching.
Hearing that, Steve will run over here.
Okay.
And swing at the robot thing twice, recklessly.
Sure.
Being sure to activate advantage. Crit. I will divine smite this thing at 2nd level.
Cool. Is your sword magic?
No.
Oh, okay. Then your attack seems to do less than you think it would.
For reference, I think the rage damage is doubled as well for a crit.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I believe smites are.
The
I think.
dice on smites are doubled, yes. So roll double the number of dice you would normally roll for your smite.
30 smite damage.
That, on the other hand, looks like it does normal damage against these things. It looks quite injured. It's definitely damaged, visibly, as you leave a large holy gash along its body.
2nd attack.
Yep.
So,
but also half damage.
So what? It would be normal because it's a doubled. So
Well, you double the
it's
dice.
half, but then
damage is still halved.
Yeah, it's half of 15.
Yeah.
And that is Steve's turn.
Cool. After Steve, it's Wizzy Boy, who is gonna come here, and he's gonna cast Firebolt at this.
Fireball says that's an illegal maneuver.
His Firebolt hits it, but does nothing.
It doing nothing is an illegal maneuver.
Then it's these guys who will march in. They can't quite get there, but they can. They will notice that the fire is ineffective, so they're instead going to try, because they can't quite get up to them. Bunch of magic missiles, because why not? 2, 3. First one. And then they're going to try more. 2 to that one. 1 to a different one. That one goes down. Con save. Yeah, it's fine. And then 1 to a different one. This takes 4 damage. This one's on 1 HP. So like the one in front of Steve is on 1 HP. This one is slightly damaged. And then they're gonna try killing that one with something. They only really have this. So they're gonna try and put that down. Ooh, they got a crit with it. Did mean to upcast that, but for some reason it didn't show the thing. Oh well. Oh, there we go. Outcasted does damage. Let's see if it can con save out of this one. It cannot. This one explodes, and these three Constantines all look very terrified. Next up is this one, which goes up to Colt, because he's a very scary boy. And Colt, can you make me a DC 17 intelligence saving throw?
On roll well.
You
Nearly,
fail.
but no.
Prepare for much pain. Okay.
Oh, I thought it was just 5 foot closer.
What is your intelligence score, Colt?
11.
You are now 0 int, and you're also
God.
stunned.
Yeah. Just flops to the ground.
Does
Colt
going
is-
to 0 on a stat kill you?
It just says it's stunned here, so no.
Okay.
At least for intelligence, no.
Okay. Good to know.
I think it's a different thing for each stat.
Yeah. For intelligence, he's effectively stunned and unable to do literally anything.
Yeah, like I can't communicate or anything at all.
He's properly. He's not just emotionally stunned like the Constantines over there.
He's a vegetable.
He's a vegetable.
He cabbaged.
Then it is a panicked Constantine who's gonna sit there and be panicked. Then it's Fireball. What do you do, Fireball?
Fireball will move here. In fact, he'll move an additional 10 feet to between these two vats. And
Sure.
he will let's see, extensive options here.
You could. I could recommend you cast Fireball.
Go on, he'll cast Fireball.
Theoretically, you could heal yourself if you went one square further and cast Fireball in the corner, so that it wouldn't hit the Constantines who are panicked. Like theoretically, some self-healing might not be the best. Might be the best choice if you Fireball yourself.
Where would I go to not affect Constantine? Because Fireball's like 20 feet, so it's like...
It is. I think you would have had to do it in the tunnel beforehand, I think. And like move away from people. Oh well. You can fireball the still calmed down Constantines.
Yeah, Fireball will... 5th level Fireball. You will get...
Question: does evasion/dex saving still work in the way that I am? Oh no, no, stone does like an automatic dex fail, isn't it?
You automatically fail dex saves. Although weirdly, I think if rules as written, evasion still means you take like no damage, half damage from that, but you will automatically take half damage. Rules as written. I don't
Yeah.
understand how it would work in actually the game, though.
I'm still dodging somehow.
Like,
Your Ultra Instinct kicks in.
Your literally zero int body somehow dodges the fireball,
Like I said,
but only
like-
a bit.
Like I said, like muscle memory, Ultra Instinct kicks in, and just like the body just like flops away.
But it doesn't really matter because if Lawrence puts it in the corner, it's only gonna hit these guys and not Steve.
Yeah,
Or
so
you can make it so that it hits Steve and also hits this, which you know is immune to fire.
Yeah, you're literally it's just a case. You're literally just attacking the Constantines, but Fireball can't do anything else, can he?
Fireball does only have fire attacks. That is his weakness.
It's like playing a Pokemon game, and it's like doing a Nuzlocke.
It is.
It's Nuzlocke.
Yeah.
Fireball will cast Fireball in this corner over here.
That's 3 dexterity saves from Constantine.
At 5th level. DC 17.
All but 1 succeeds.
So that's what? 8, 9.
Oh,
10
sorry,
D-
no. Present itself.
10 D6?
Yep. Roll them dams.
29.
Okay. So, this guy takes that much. This guy takes this much. And this guy takes this much. Cool. Cool. They're all still up. That's Kato, the man, the myth, the legend.
Do I notice anything when the fireball hits that corner?
You've burnt a lot of food.
Okay.
These things were unaffected by it. You've singed the walls here, and these doors.
Okay.
My
Was there anything
inability to move
flammable?
my
All the food's on fire.
Oh.
My inability to move my character because of a frozen roll 20 has left me only getting to there.
Sadness. Oh well. Then it's these Constantines who are still on team. Let's kill all these guys.
Having a bit of a mini freak out at the moment.
They are not.
I could help you.
Oh,
but
wait, the
I
other
get
ones.
you.
It's this group of Constantines
Yes,
who
those
are
ones.
each gonna throw a grenade that's gonna go right.
Oh, loads of damage falls.
They can't do it so it doesn't hit other Constantines, but these are traitor Constantines. Yeah, but they can get literally all of their enemies, other than including those 3 Constantines in. So yeah, they're gonna do that. So Fireball, make a dex save. 3 Constantines need to make a dex save. As 3 frag grenades.
6 soldier boys and a wizard as well.
14, does that save?
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
It's 15.
DC 15. 31, 41, 49. It's 49 damage total, but you need to make 2 more saves, Lawrence.
Oh. Fireball goes unconscious after the first one anyway. And then fails 2 death saves.
This is true. These guys need to make their dex saves. Oh god, damn. These guys are just... Oh god, I have so many dex saves to roll for these guys.
Well, they all succeed on...
Oh no,
sorry. 3 of them succeed, 2 of them have... sorry, 4 of them have succeeded, 2 have failed. Sorry, I'm being an idiot.
Cool. They're all mostly fine. Well, they take a bunch of damage, but you know, mostly fine as someone can be. Cool. And Ben is looking a bit hurt. does he get? I presume he'll probably pass. Oh, no, he's looking a lot more hurt than I thought he was going to be looking. Oh well. And a bunch of Constantines get caught up in their own explosives, so they also have to make a bunch of deck saves. But they make them as a group. So they fail, like, weirdly enough, a lot of that cancelled out. So most of them succeeded, but they are all, like, panicky and quite injured. Cool. Then it is this guy's turn, who is going to move here. So these three Constantines stop freaking out as they become calm again. And he's gonna try and make Steve a boy.
Yeah.
Do you want to give me a good old intelligence saving throw?
Go on. Does it do damage either way if I succeed or fail?
It does 20 damage to you in total.
How a psychic does. I go unconscious either way?
Cool. Well, you're unconscious, but you don't have 0 int.
It shouldn't have been with advantage, sorry.
You still don't have 0 int. It's fine. I'd take the 18 anyway. You're unconscious, but at least you don't have no int. And then it's back to the top. This one, who is going to scuttle their way. Actually, how far away are they? They can just about make it. It's not ideal, but they can. These Constantines are brought back into the calm zone, but this guy had to move very close to do it. And he's gonna try and get one of those evil boys over here in the blue. Oh, terrible. So he's gonna try and devour intellect them. And these boys are going to int save. They're fine. But they do take a little bit of damage, which is a bit annoying. Cool, now it's these Constantines who are no longer panicking, but also don't want to throw any more grenades because now their allies are in the way. So they're just going to take their standard advantage musket shot. Again, actually 2 because, yep. Aiming at this guy. He soaks up a little bit more damage and needs to make some strength saves. And takes a little bit extra damage. Cool. And then it's Colt, who has no int currently.
Yeah, but can I like do anything or like make another intelligence save to try and break out of it?
So you're stunned, right?
He is stunned. I don't believe so.
I think it takes a spell or a long rest.
Yeah, you either need to like rest up, or someone needs to cast any of the either lesser restoration or better on you
Right.
in order for you to be okay.
Right.
It's now the good Constantine.
He's gonna walk to here and take a pot shot at the robot that's controlling the other Constantines closest to him.
This one, sure.
Yep.
Cool. They both hit this guy.
Sorry, they should be. Are they not? Oh,
Is your gun magic?
I don't think so.
In that-
Like the gun, is the gun magic? Isn't a question for me. It's a question for you.
No. So
Then,
it's
I am going to also make them.
you want a strength save or?
Yeah, let's make the second one. Can I get a strength save? And I'll add an extra D8 damage.
It fails horribly.
So it falls over and it takes an extra 8 damage.
Cool. And it falls over.
That's what I can do.
Steve.
Makes a death saving throw.
No, he doesn't, because he's a revenant, so he actually just gets back up. On one hit.
Oh yeah, he does. I was thinking of did he get any hit points back?
He gets up on 1 hit point, because he's a revenant.
Does he
You
get
need
to
to
do
really kill revenants hard in order to kill them properly.
Does he get to do anything?
Yeah, you have your turn. Revenants have you regenerate when you're 1 hit point per round when you're like under half your HP.
Okay. Steve doesn't have any rages left. He will just. He'll get his shield off out, boosting his AC to 19. And swinging one-handed at this dude.
Sure thing. You miss.
Second attack.
You miss again.
That's Steve's turn.
It's now this boy who very not happy about all what has gone on. Annoyingly, doesn't look like he has any lightning magic, which he saw was more effective against them.
Does he have a way of helping the one who has all of the lightning? Any chance?
No, you need a cleric for that, and he is not one.
Yeah, there are ways that wizards can get those kinds of spells. If he doesn't have them, he doesn't have them.
He doesn't have any spells that are like lesser restoration or anything. Those are cleric spells. But he can try and deal some damage to stuff. So this guy is gonna make a dexterity saving throw against stuff. Cool. So he takes. Actually, no. And these Constantines need to make one. This guy. Oh, Constitution. He needs to be Constitutions. That's it. The Constantine shouldn't have had advantage, which means only the. Actually, no, the first one fails because he needs to make a dex save. Which means this guy needs to roll his. This. To use that spell slot. So. Oh, but he does even better with it this time. Geez, 3 8s and a 7. That's pretty good. This guy is almost dead. And I believe all of these Constantines die as a black ball of doom appears over there.
No.
And this guy's real injured. This guy's quite injured. All those Constantines were injured by the fireball, and then a big black orb killed basically all of them. Anyway, that's his turn. Then it's these guys who can actually do their thing now. They're gonna kick ass and chew bubblegum.
And are they all out of bubblegum?
So the first one is gonna try and absolutely maim this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. They don't have advantage, so it's just normal. Makes con save to not be exploded. And fails. Is exploded. A bunch of even more distressed and now injured Constantines are kind of just chilling here now. This guy runs over, heals 10 HP.
Who does he heal?
Fireball.
Alright, okay.
For 10 HP. This guy's gonna go over here.
Fireball says thank you in Ignian.
Do some stabbing. The next one's a miss. So he does quite a chunk of damage to this guy. But not really enough. So maybe this boy will be able to achieve this.
Given that with the first guy, which one was he attacking?
This one.
I'm assuming he had advantage on these attacks.
Oh, you're right, he did, because he's flanking with you. So that one hit. The 17 also hits, actually. These guys have slightly worse AC than the other dudes, so... all 4 hits. Good spot. This guy is probably gonna die, but he does get his little con save. Come on, little dude.
Who's getting the con save?
This guy, because
Oh, right, okay.
on the verge of death, but is okay. Till this guy comes in. And hopefully get some more stabs off. Alright, I don't think he can actually make that con save. Yeah, no, he dies either way. This one dies, and a bunch of Constantines off. Actually, one Constantine is freed, because he's just out of range. But the other 2 are still in range of this guy. And then this boy is gonna try and because he's not quite close enough to... He runs to here, and then acid arrows this one. Maybe you'll be able to put him down. Ooh, definitely hits him. 11. Con save. He's okay by just.
What's the DC for it? 10 or something?
No, his con save is the damage that he took.
Ah.
So he won by 1 point exactly. Well, he's 1 point over.
So if they're on low health, you have to just like flick them, which obviously we can't do. Not really, anyway.
Then it is this guy's turn. You notice he repairs himself.
Oh no, wait, it'll be the other way around. You'll have to hit them as hard as you possibly can.
Yeah, you need to hit them as hard as you possibly can. On this guy's turn, he seems to heal himself. And he's going to then attempt to... Colt.
Yeah.
You feel weird. You have no intelligence, but you feel strange.
In what way?
That's gonna end turn. These Constantines will panic. Fireball, what are you doing?
Fireball will move over to Cold. No.
Yeah, that is cold.
Cold. And he'll try and move him back 5 feet this way.
Sure, you succeed because he's stunned, so he automatically fails the strength check that he'd need to resist. He gets moved back. Yeah. Kato, it's your move. There's 2 of those little things and 2 Constantines who are still, like, affected.
And how I imagine Fireball grabs a hold of Kato and drags him without setting him on fire is that he just has
Cold.
like
his name's Cold. Kato is the
I meant Cold. Is that he just pulls out a pair of like fire immune oven gloves and just grabs you.
I was just picturing like a pair of tongs.
I imagined that Fireball like bit onto a piece of his like armor or clothing and then like dragged him along that way.
No, it's the oven gloves.
No, tongs!
It's however you want it to be imagined.
He turns into a human.
Too far away. I'm just gonna cast. Are these both machines pretty hurt?
One looks very not hurt. The other looks pretty hurt. Yeah. One looks like it's basically uninjured. The other looks very hurt.
Fuck it. Wall of fire through both of them.
Fireball becomes instantly excited.
So
they both auto fail because they're in the fire.
Yeah, and they take so much fire damage.
Are they immune to fire damage? Is this a thing that I didn't notice?
This guy did. That guy's first turn was proving that they're immune to fire damage.
Well, I didn't notice that because I was fucking off the thing. So I'm gonna take that back then because I couldn't have known that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fine. What else can I possibly do? I would like to conjure a bunch of minor lightning elementals.
Oh, that is actually a really good maneuver.
What are they called? You know how the Magmans earlier? What's the lightning version of that? They're
Methods?
There's methods for like everything.
There's a method for everything.
Hang on. There's something you'll have to search.
just like there's a feat for that, but you know, there's a method for that.
Sure. Yeah, I can create like two lightning methods.
Sure. If you give me a second, I will set those up.
And I would. Yeah, I'll create them sort of like here and here, if that makes sense.
Ah, well, that's handy. Okay. I don't have character sheets for these people.
I'm just on
Where
the.
would
Can
you,
you just
where
give
would
me?
you like them? I'm
Uh,
just gonna put tokens down.
like there and there. Yeah, that works for me. Sorry.
Sure.
No, sorry. Can you put it there currently?
Mhm.
And this one moved to here.
Sure.
Can both of the automatons make me a DC 12 dexterity save?
Cool. They
Just
can
make it
certainly
twice.
turn. Yeah. So one.
One passes
one,
both, one fails
passes,
one.
one fails one of them.
Cool. So, it's just so first one takes 9, and then 9, and then one of those is halved, and the other one takes 7, and then 7, and both of them are halved.
Okay, so hang on, I need to make some con saves. Oof. And then hang on. Well, he's gonna need to make it either way because he's a very injured boy, and he's dead. There's some dead boys, and that's some no longer affected Constantines who are all terrified.
This Constantine that's had time will act as a Constantine Wrangler.
Okay.
So we will eventually have our 7 Constantines to follow until they get taken over by the next thing that gets close to them with the calming drugs.
Got it.
Or we could leave them behind. These are all options.
Fireball!
Are we?
I think this is a good place to call the session this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Uh,
gone over a
Hopefully
little
have
bit
less
this week.
of an issue using Roll20 or dealing with Discord next
Yep.
time.
Are we able to use this room to get a rest so that I maybe
I'm gonna
on at
heal
0
you.
next session?
No.
Oh, you're gonna...
Okay, if you give me a second, I cast Lesser Restoration on him to give him his intelligence back.
There you go.
Okay.
You're fixed.
Cheers. I didn't know whether you had that or not.
Yeah, I've got it.
Cool.
Always carry a restorations,
Always.
especially in this campaign. Yeah, apologies about that. I did not. I had not been able to hear at the point when.
Yeah, you know. Don't worry about it, man. I know that Roll20 has been a bit of a twat for you, or just your computer in general. So yeah, it's fine. Hopefully next week it'll be better, and then those bugs will be automaton bugs will be mincemeat.
And that's it. You've won. You've beaten everything. Good job.
We've won D&D.
I'm sure there's nothing else left in this place.
Yep.
Yeah. We've won D&D. We get a free Matt Mercer in the mail.
Dramatically scrolls over all the enemies that are yet to come.
Remember
Guys
to,
just can't see.
remember to
Quickly,
like and
la la la
subscribe.
ending stream. Bye.
Like and subscribe.